Okay, hey, how you guys doing? Good, good to see everybody.
Think about the defense. We were talking to Will Anderson about this yesterday, about how great the defense could be. What do you think the traits you see in the defense that can take it to the next level?
Man, every year is a new year. Every year it requires something different um, just to get the results that you might have had last year. You might think that if I do this, then I'll get this. But sometimes, what I've learned throughout my 7 years is that sometimes it might require this just to get what you got last year, and it might require even more than that to reach a new level. So it's day two of training camp, actually practicing. I couldn't even tell you, man. You just got to take it literally one day at a time. That's kind of my motto to myself now is just one day at a time, focus on the day, stay in that moment, try to get the most out of it.
Azeez, you went to the Cover One elite camp over in Puerto Rico with
Sure.
Derek Stingley's father, and you're around, not only your teammates, but a bunch of other defensive backs. Did you do that intentionally so that you could improve on your pass coverage or just team bond and just pick some of their brains?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of both. I think when Sting did it in Hawaii last year, me and Henry were actually just in Hawaii at the same time. So me and him were training together. And I'm like, man, Sting and them are in the same island as us. They're just on the other side. So I told Sting and his dad when I seen him during the season last year that I wanted to make sure that I came out there. Because it is, you're talking about obviously one of the best corners in the league now. And then all the other guys that were there as well, just learning from guys who have to cover all day, just like I learned from the D-line who have to rush all day. As a linebacker, you got to do both. So it doesn't hurt to sharpen your tools.
There are kind of elite players, secondary, ultra players, also in the defensive line of the team. Do you want to be that guy with the linebacker group, and do you view yourself as that kind of player?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everybody can say what they want. Obviously, if you don't want to be the best, then you probably aren't in the right profession. But it's just about the work, kind of like what I told Aaron earlier, is one day at a time. I have my own individual goals, but I know that it's third day of training camp. I can't get those goals, all the way out right now. I just got to take it one day at a time and put my best foot forward every day.
Do you like being a mental, philosophical sorts of leader for this defense?
I don't know. I guess I just happen to be that person. I don't know. The life that I live, the things that I've been through. And my grandfather, excuse me, he was the poet of Florida for a long time. So I guess it's just in my blood to everything is always philosophical.
You've gotten to see in the last 2 years when you were in Tennessee and Houston, EJ Speed. What does he provide for this defense now joining forces with you guys?
Hey, I tell EJ all the time, it's a blessing that he's fast because your last name can't be Speed and you slow. And that's the one thing you see when he's on the field, and he's fast. And his defense is about being fast and physical, and he does both of those things. EJ is somebody who, came into the league the same year, and so you keep up with guys that are in your class, and me and him would talk a lot over the last couple of years. So I'm excited to have him here, and like I said, he just brings the same style that we already play, so it fits right in.
What kind of things do you guys do, you in particularly, to make sure that you stay healthy? You've been in the league for a while now. What do you learn about your body? How do you prepare it for us?
I think it's crazy, but it's just leave no stone unturned, especially at this point for me. I've seen all the little gadgets and stuff that everybody tells you will help you. And I think for me, it's it won't hurt to try it as long as it's something that's, the trainers or whoever is giving it to us says it works. I'm going to just try it. And if there's some type of science behind it, best case scenario it helps. Worst case scenario, I just took some other pill that I didn't need to take. It is what it is. So I think the biggest thing is just, make sure you leave no doubt. Like if you say you want to do something and accomplish something, but your actions don't align with what you're saying, then what are you really trying to do? So I just try to make sure I walk the same thing that I talk.
Nick Haley helping recruit you at FAU. What was a memory you have of him or just him as a coach?
Nick Haley is literally somebody who's known me from the time I was a 16-year-old homeless kid. He's been to my motel that I lived in to now, for both of us to be in the position that we're in, literally 10 years later, I'm 27 now. It's just crazy, because we kept up with each other. He actually never coached me at FAU. He left as soon as my class signed. He ended up leaving to go to the NFL right away. But he literally called me and talked to me all the time from that point forward. And you would have thought he coached me for all those years. And we never actually even coached and played together. But we always had a really close relationship, and he always kept up with me. So I'm grateful to have him here. And, he's just an old friend that just reminds me of how far I've come as well.
Azeez, you talked about, Kim mentioned about the physical aspect of it.
Yes, sir.
What about what have you done to really continue to work? I know last year you faced some challenges. What have you done to sort of just expand and work the mental aspect of it and just try to strengthen that because what you had to deal with, what you have had to deal with in the past to get to this point now, just keep working on it.
Yes, sir. I think for me specifically, it's just been more getting closer with my faith. I think when you talk about another thing too, just one, my faith, and two, just reading. It's so funny, but like I remember when I graduated college, I was like, I will never read another book. If it don't got an XRO in it, I'm not reading that crap. So it's like, as an adult, just like, dang, like there you can read about different things that you actually enjoy. So I think what I started to learn is that there's obviously knowledge. It's never ending. You don't just graduate college and now you just stop. But there's new ways to learn and new things to learn. And so that's what I've been trying to do, just to kind of draw back and pull back a little bit from my phone and just kind of be with myself and sit with myself and not need like to be around somebody else or in the company of other people or media or phone or the TV to, kind of get enjoyment. I feel like it's a escape a little bit. A lot of times you're trying to run from something that's in your brain. So if you just be with yourself, you'll find a lot about yourself.
In the beginning, you talked about, this year you might require this much in order to get what you had last year, right? How do you feel like you guys as a defense can excel and be better this year? Jamaica was talking earlier about, finishing not just a sack, but force a fumble, take the ball away,
Sure.
How can you guys elevate?
Yeah, I think that was one of the key things Coach Rod had talked about during OTAs. And we had a lot of sacks, but there was a lot of opportunities to get the ball out and get the strip sack instead of just getting a sack, and that changes the game. So I think everybody has to look at that and say, okay, pat yourself on the back, great job, you did what you did last year, it's over. It's a new year, how can you improve? You got to look and really be real with yourself on what you see because at the end of the day, the tape's not going to lie, so you can't lie to yourself. And I think just everybody kind of adopting that same mentality and looking inwards and see what they can do better, it'll help the whole team.
I know that it's still early in training camp, but what have you seen from the maturation process from these younger guys and from a competitive aspect as well?
Yeah, what I've seen, I think, because it really starts when you come back for OTAs and you start to see how, guys who had maybe success as a rookie, you talk about the whole little rookie group, and you see how they move and how they go about their work. And I think the biggest thing is just seeing them take care of their bodies more, seeing them focus on the little details. And now you got another rookie class that comes in. That's always weird because the rookie is no longer a rookie. It's like when the youngest child isn't the youngest anymore, they kind of throw a little temper tantrum a little bit. You got to see like what type of energy they're coming with. And I think they've done a great job of trying to like, oh, wow, like there's somebody who's looking up to me now who wants to do the same thing I just did a year ago. So they're starting to lead the way too. So sometimes you don't have to be the oldest guy to be a leader. So that's what I've seen.
As an athlete, how rare is to be a punter and not just being obviously like a cut-up guy, but functionally putting that to work on the football field? You see anybody else like that?
Man, I've played with guys that, like even like Nick Bosa was like a freak, but that guy is like fast. Like Daniil Hunter is fast. He might be faster than most of the guys on our team. I think we were in practice during the season last year and we tried to install some play. Long story short, Daniil Hunter was covering somebody down the middle of the field, down the sideline, and he's running stride for stride with Joe Mixon. And he's sprinting mind you, he's in a three-point stance and runs from a three-point stance facing this way, and Joe's running a wheel route out the backfield and covers Joe all the way down the field and gets a pass break. Like, in my mind, it's like, dang, well, like you don't even need that speed. Like, so he's somebody who definitely is special, and he's my locker mate. So I don't know if anything that he'll teach me can make me look like him, but I'm just trying to get all the little nuggets from him that I can. Thank you guys. Y'all take care.